Hello everyone.
Hello, good afternoon, good morning.
My name is Wojciech Rowe. I am CTO here in Sprayvision, and I like also introduce my colleague Jakub.
Hello
He,
again.
he's from technical team, technical department, and we are going to lead together this webinar. Today's webinar will be about new calibration module, which we lastly now developed. And maybe before we start the webinar, just quick notes from my side regarding the organization this meeting. So this webinar will be recorded, and we are going to share with you the recording afterwards. And please use Q&A feature here in the meeting. We will later on in the end of the webinar answer all your questions. If you are facing any troubles, technical issues, please type us here in the chat and our technical team will support you. Maybe that's all regarding organization, and let's dive in.
Okay, great. So first of all, I would like to give you, let's say, a little bit more introduction. What will be needed to do actually for unlocking the new calibration module? So the new calibration module is already published, but it's not available for you, for the end customers, because this can be also enabled by our site. By that we mean, please, after the webinar, contact us via the support@sprayvision.com email, or let us know directly via our email addresses, and we will schedule the training with you. The proper training should be done mostly for the users who are responsible for the calibrations. It means that the people who are not responsible for the calibrations is not necessary to train them, but to give, let's say, a general overview, you are more than welcomed. After we will finish together with you this general introduction from our side, not this webinar, but let's say this online training that we will agree, we will unlock for you the new calibration module. The manuals are already available on our knowledge base, but there is one thing that I will be mentioning, let's say, at the end of the presentation, is that now we will be switching to our new knowledge base in the end. So the links for the old and new one are seen right now. Okay, probably that's everything for the introduction. We can continue.
Perfect, thank you, Kuba. So we prepared this one-pager just to show you the biggest differences of new calibration module. Just before I dive in to the specific parts, I just want to mention that all of you, our users, currently till now develop more than 5,200 calibrations. So that's also a reason why we are focusing on the calibration module, because we know that it's really crucial for all tools what we are using then in our projects. So let's sum up what's new, and later on we will deeply in detail show you all new features. For example, we built inside validity check. So during the calibration procedure, the system will always point you if the calibration is good or if it's bad, if there is some mistake or some wrong point measured. But system will also hint you what you should to do to improve it. So each time what we are measuring, it will just check if everything is correct. We also develop automatic optimization. So in the end of the calibration process, you can simply hit the button and system will recalibrate and optimize the calibration curve automatically. We built the new module in really deep focus on intuitivity, like transparency. So you will always know where you are in current stage, what you should to do, and what will be following step. Something what you really, I'm sure, will like, it's multi-intensity. Now with a new calibration module, you are able to calibrate multiple intensities in one calibration. So it will rapidly speed up the full process. We prepared guided workflows, so we will show you also the documentation, which is biggest part also of our development. And lastly, that new calibration module have also affection with the spray brush, not just the spray capture. It allows us to recalibrate the cluster for the different colors really easily and really fastly. So before we used color families, so you have to spray multiple clusters to cover full production and full portfolio of your materials. Now with these calibrations, which is done with a new calibration module, you are able to simply recalibrate the cluster with 5 to 10 more patterns included to the cluster, and it's done. So this is the main differences, and let's move into exact parts.
All right, a few more words from my side. Let's say there is prepared some more documentation, of course. So first of all, we can call these like one-pagers, maybe leaflets. This is something that we can provide you in a PDF style, or if we will agree, we can, let's say, agree on printed version as well. The others are actually the new articles in the knowledge base. I will be talking more later, let's say, but everything is now prepared, and of course in more languages, let's say. So the languages that are supported for the spray capture and the spray brush are now supported in this article in the knowledge base as well. One of the things what will be coming are the videos. Everything will be now in the video. Not just only the manual, but let's say a little bit more deeper explanation for that. So who don't like to read can watch the video and see all the steps there. Maybe now I will pass my word again to Vojta, and he will guide you through the basics of the new calibration.
Sure, thank you. Before we start with the exact examples, we also prepared just short use case and short example of that video manual, how we collect all materials, how we capture it. So maybe 20 seconds short movie just to show you how looks our video manuals. Perfect.
Good, so, I liked it.
As I mentioned, like documentation, we believe it's also really important. Once we build the structured workload, like exact workflows and structured steps to lead you to create like correct calibration, it's same important as building the new module. So I'm really happy that we handle it, and we have it just now ready for you to share it and use it. So let's move to the overview of the new calibration module. Like we switch way of the thinking, and we develop like sections for each step of the calibration procedure. So we have overview, where we can place the critical information of that calibration, as is the backlight, intensity. You can change the offset of the calibration. You can place the clean foil thickness numbers, but also the reference thickness, what you are targeting to reach, and of course the TDS of the paint. As I mentioned, like inside all sections, we have this feature. That's feature which is always checking if the calibration curve is correct and will give you the accurate result. Multi-intensity. Inside the calibration foils section, you can of course select the capturing, you can place the calibration foils, but not just one. You can upload and connect with the calibration multiple foils, but also you can capture multi-intensity template, which simply captured all intensities in once, and it's enough to just produce one calibration, and the system will generate you for each intensity separate calibration, which is really rapidly speeding the work with multiple intensities. We also develop tools with foils. In calibration foil section, we are able to move the grid. I believe this is also a really important feature because regarding the support ticketing, we reach quite amount of the questions. Sometimes can happen that the calibration foil is dirty or paint it's outside of the range where it should be. By simply inside the calibration module, you can simply fix it. You can just move that grid to exact position what you need. You don't need to recapture it, clean the foil and capture it again and so on. You can also see that there is like connection of the foil. It means that each calibration produced in calibration new module of the calibration, it's connected. So once you open that calibration, it will also give you the idea which sample you use for the calibration. We also implement in the database new special folder, system folder, calibration, similar as you know, for example, for the process control. So inside that system folder, you will be able to find all calibration foils used. Inside the measurement, again, there is that validity check, but we also implement the function that will recognize if you are, for example, trying to add the same intensity to the calibration curve. Basically, for calibration itself, for our calibration, it's not necessary to place two or more same intensities because it will not affect anyhow the final quality and accuracy of the intensity. So this check will just give you the hint that same intensity you already add to the calibration curve and will force you to measure the different intensity and in the end lowering amount of the points needed to calibrate. Regarding the amount of the points to be calibrated, also in our structured workflows, we decide to change this minimum number of the points. Now, the minimum points what you need to apply inside the calibration curve, it's 10. It's more than before, but with these simple tools and guided future of that calibration module, in the end it will fast up or speed up that process because you will measure always that correct intensities and place the correct intensities inside the calibration curve. As you can see in the section evaluate, we have also a little bit changed the way how we are presenting the calibration curve. We can simply mark by a red color the points which are outside of the calibration curve, which means they are wrongly measured or it doesn't make sense for the system to have it in that line. So you have the option. You can just remeasure it. You can switch it that you will not use it. Or, and that's important because you already measured 10 points, you are able to hit optimize. You can optimize that calibration curve and automatic system will optimize it in the way that it will disable that points which are outside, but it will also in the background a little bit change the curve of the calibration because that's something what you will not see inside new module, but in the background we have it. So the system will a little bit slightly change that exponential curve to be more precise in the middle, in the lower thicknesses or in the higher thicknesses. Also interesting tool is the cross-check. With old calibration module, there were way how to cross-check the quality of the calibration in the way that you will just assign the calibration to a calibration foil and you will measure. If you will check that it's wrongly done, you need to go back to the calibration module and so on. So we decide to implement inside the calibration module. So you can just simply in any time apply that calibration curve to the calibration foil. You are able to read the thicknesses and you are able to cross-check if the calibration makes sense and if it's accurate.
Yep.
Last thing regarding the calibration, and it's Nina, our newest module and newest simulation core of the spray brush. Because we are able now to produce really accurate calibrations also in the lower thicknesses, it allows us to recalibrate the cluster, as I mentioned. So no other color families, no other analysis which and how many clusters you need to produce. You can just simply one cluster recalibrate to other color with 5 patterns and with this calibration. So this is the biggest change, biggest benefit. I really strongly believe that it will really improve that calibration process. And now I will just pass word back to Jakub, which he will now present you the new knowledge base.
Okay. Thank you again, Vita. So what will change for you also from Sunday, this Sunday actually, since there will be a new release of the software, is like how the support button will look like in the applications. It's the same for the spray capture and for the spray brush as well. As you can see right now, this is the current version. So after the clicking on this question mark button, like for the help, you will have the possibility to switch to the knowledge base or the contact form in the end. And after you will fill the contact form, we will get a ticket. Nothing changes for you, let's say, from Sunday, but from the user experience, I would say. The new support button will look like that one. Again, you will have there the knowledge base, you will have there the contact form, and you can submit a ticket. The reason that this is changing is actually that we are switching to another ticketing service or ticketing platform in the end, which should lead actually to give you a little bit more faster support and gather more the data together to be, let's say, more effective with the support, and not only that in the end. All right, so this is in what you will see in the system. And for the ones who are using actually our knowledge base in the link, it means that you will open it in the browser. This is actually the old link, or old, it's the current one, I would say. And this is what you need to use right now. It's sprayvision.boldest.com/kb as the knowledge base. This knowledge base will be still active for approximately 1 month from now, but then we will switch it off actually. And instead of this one, we will use a new one. So the new link for the new knowledge base will be help.sprayvision.com/the knowledge base, as you can see it here. The same link actually you will get in this ticketing button or the service button in the applications. There is something changing for you as the end user. And that's it. If you will now enter this page, the only article what you will see is FAQ and actually the manual how to use the knowledge base. And this is where it's changing. Now we need to require the login to our knowledge base. And actually the users are separated for the spray capture and for the spray brush. You can only use for registration the working email. It means the company email that you will get, because like the mails like Gmail, Yahoo, etc. are forbidden for us, and we are requiring to get, let's say, the real email addresses to the real people who are using the knowledge base. So this is what is changing for you, let's say, from Sunday as well. One more thing, we want to prepare all the manuals, let's say, in all language mutations in the end. Now the French, German, English and Spain versions should be available for you. Then, of course, according to the calibration, we will support everything what's normally in the system of the spray capture and the spray brush. All right, so please, we would like to ask you to contact us after this webinar, like who will be, let's say, into the new calibration module. We do think and we strongly believe that this should really, let's say, speed up the deployment of the new calibrations, deployment of the new paints, because as we know already and we have tried, the new calibration module is more intuitive in the end. All right? So,
thank you, Kuba.
All right.
Seems let's move to the question and answer part.
Yeah. So give us a second.
We will just load the questions
Yeah.
received. Perfect. So, Kubo, do you want to start?
Yeah, I'm just trying to... How quickly after contacting the support team will be the module unlocked? Basically immediately, I would say. No, it's about that you will contact us, we will schedule together like the short training. I believe it should be under 30 minutes, just to give you the explanation what is changing, what are all the conditions for the optimizations, etc., how to use the multi-levels. And of course to provide you, let's say, the articles or the PDFs at least, so you will have all the informations. And let's say after this short session from our side, we are able to enable it like immediately, because it's already implemented in the spray capture, but there is just missing this turn on button for you.
The second one, in what languages is the knowledge base available? Yeah, as we mentioned, many of the articles now in that main languages like English, German, Spain, French.
Yes.
But we are now really pushing to translate everything what's inside the knowledge base to all supported languages what you can read in our settings of our product.
Mm-hmm. Another one is how long does the training take and what format does it have? Online, on-site, group session. Actually, I would say that I already replied to that. Approximately 30 minutes, and I believe even less. We will prefer the online version for that, but if we will be somewhere to give you on-site training as well, it's not a problem.
Will we lose any data or settings from the original calibration module during the transition? Simply no. All historical data will stay untouched. Maybe just in additional, what I can recommend, if your historical calibration have more than 10 points, you can even use the new calibration module to optimize it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is actually what I would like to add to the previous presentation and everything. For optimization, you actually need more than 10 points because the minimum for the calibration now is 10. So if you will have only 11, 10, it's not possible to optimize.
So it needs to be 11.
Yeah. Another one. Before we are measuring thickness of foil every time, now we always write 75 microns. I would say yes, it's the initial number for that because the foils that we supply are 75 microns, but there is some tolerance, actually plus minus 5%, if I'm right. And this is why also in all the manuals you will see how to prepare the calibration foil, because we know that it's really necessary to measure foil and paint and only the foil to get the correct calculation of the final thickness. And you will see in the manual later that it's really required to have like this blank or empty spaces on the foil to be as close to the reality as possible.
Yeah. And the last question, how does cluster recalibration differ from the previous approach using color families? Yeah. The calibration of the paint itself, it's strongly connected with the cluster and its recalibration. So as I mentioned, it's not just the front end what we change, it's also the back end and the calibration curve itself. Now we are using in-linear curve, not just the linear, and it will secure us the accuracy in lower thicknesses. And once we secured this, we are able to recalibrate the clusters by simpler way. Yeah. Seems that's all. No, one more. So Kuba.
Measurements that are done under one intensity will be automatically assigned to other intensities. Probably you are asking for the multi-level calibrations, if I do understand it well. And yes, if there is going to be a cell that will be considered as OK cell for all the measurements, let's say that even this one cell can be used for 6 different intensities, it will be assigned to that. The only limitation will be that you cannot assign the different thicknesses to the same intensity level or to use the same thickness to the different intensities. The calibration module will tell you that basically it's not possible.
Yeah, and last, it's not question, but yeah, see you tomorrow for already request training. So it's perfect to see that you are really interested in that new approach, and we are really happy to see it, and really excited to show you more and train you and start the production with new calibration module.
Perfect.
So thank you everybody. See you soon and take care.
All right. Thank you and have a nice day.
Goodbye.